Welcome to the Agent of Wealth podcast with Marc Bautis from Bautis Financial. In this podcast, Marc helps guide you towards financial freedom, ensure you never run out of money, and create a balance in life that prioritizes what is most important to you. Join us for this journey as Marc draws from years of expertise and guest experts to solve the multiple wealth building challenges involved in your financial life.
Welcome back to the Agent of Wealth. This is your host, Marc Bautis. Today we're talking about a topic that's become increasingly urgent for every family we work with. But I want to start off by telling you about a woman named Liza. Liza has spent decades building her life, a career as a backup singer for stars like Stevie Nicks, a marriage, and a sense of security. Then her husband passes away. The house got quiet. One day, a message appeared in her Facebook inbox from a man named James. He was a gold miner in the Australian outback, attractive, attentive, and very interested in her. They talked every single day for 2.5 years. He studied her, he remembered her late husband's quirks, and after 2 years of building a relationship, he asked for $1,000 for a Wi-Fi router so they could remain in touch. Then came the lure, a video of $700 million in gold bars and a promise to fly to Las Vegas to marry her. Over the 2.5 years, Liza sent a sum of $1.2 million to him. She sold her home and emptied her savings. But James wasn't real. He was a criminal network using stolen photos and 24/7 shifts to manipulate her. This wasn't a failure of Liza's intelligence. It was a sophisticated, multi-year criminal campaign. And that's why we're here today. In 2024 alone, over 850,000 Americans reported being scammed to the FBI with losses exceeding $16 billion. In addition to that, there were 6.5 million reports made to the FTC, resulting in $12.5 billion in losses. And the scary thing is that there's probably a lot more of these scams and crimes that go unreported. As a financial advisor, I see why this is happening. You might say, I wouldn't fall for something like this, but scammers are no longer just clever. They're using artificial intelligence to weaponize human emotions like trust, fear, and love. They target people near retirement because that's where the wealth is. But more importantly, they exploit cognitive biases. So they look at authority bias. We're wired to trust the IRS or our bank. Spammers spoof caller IDs to make it look like the official agency is calling us. They also create fake investment clubs with hundreds of members who are actually bots posting about their huge profits. So they look at social proof. And then there's also the sunk cost fallacy. This is what happened to Liza. Once you've sent $50,000, your brain tells you that you have to send the next $10,000 to prove the first investment wasn't a mistake. And we also have to talk about something that sounds like science fiction, but is really happening right now, and that's deepfakes. A few years ago, a finance employee at a major company in Hong Kong got an email from his CFO about a confidential transfer. He was suspicious, so he hopped on a video call. He saw the CFO's face, he heard the CFO's voice, he even saw other colleagues on the screen. He felt safe, so he transferred the $25 million. Every single person on that video call was an AI-generated deepfake. Today, a scammer only needs 30 seconds of your voice, maybe from a video you posted on Facebook or some other social media site, and they can clone it perfectly. They can call a grandparent using their grandchild's actual voice, crying for help. When your ears hear a loved one in pain, your rational brain shuts down. If you haven't heard it already, we talked more in depth about deepfakes in episode 280 with Robert Siciliano. And I'll include a link to that episode in the show notes of today's episode. It was eye-opening to hear him tell the extent of some of these scams. So how do we fight back? You can't outthink a scam in the heat of the moment. You need a system, which we're going to call the P.R.O.O.F network, and that's P.R.O.O.F. P is for pause. The scammer's greatest tool is urgency. They want you to act now. A 60-second pause breaks their momentum. It lets the adrenaline fade so that your logic can kick back in. R is for require a second source. Never trust a single channel. If your bank calls you, hang up, call the number on the back of your debit card, or find a statement and call the customer service number on that. If a grandchild calls you from jail, hang up and call their parents. O is for observe inconsistencies. Look for the glitches. Is the IRS asking you for payment in Bitcoin or Apple gift cards, something that they would never do? Is the grammar in the official email slightly off? admittedly, this is getting harder to do because the grammar, these are no longer the Nigerian Prince emails of the past where they're actually kind of funny how bad the grammar is. They can actually replicate the actual sender's tone and cadence for their emails, but you have to trust your gut. The next O is for outside verification only. Always use contact information you find yourself. Don't click on the link in the text. Don't call the number they gave you. Find the official website and utilize that. And then F is for forget the request. If it feels wrong, walk away. No legitimate organization will punish you for being cautious. Your bank will never close your account because you took 20 minutes to verify a call. Now, if you've been targeted, you should act in the following ways. First, stop communication immediately. Second, call your bank within the first 30 minutes. Third, report it to the FBI at ic3.gov. And then four, tell your financial advisor or another trusted person in your circle. Call to us is important as we can monitor your accounts and protect your assets. All right, now we're going to talk about the family action plan. I want to give you one specific homework assignment for this week. Sit down with your family and set a family password. It's a simple word or phrase, something like blueberry or Tahiti, that only your inner circle knows. If you ever get a frantic call from a loved one asking for money, you ask for that password. A deepfake won't know it. It's the simplest, most effective way to protect the people you love. All right. So in conclusion, scammers count on you, your shame to keep you silent. If you've been targeted, please do not be embarrassed. These are professional criminal organizations, and you want to report what happened, and that's one of the ways to shut them down. I've put together a scam defense guide that outlines the proof framework, as well as a 24-hour response plan in case something happens to you. And you can find the link to both of those in the show notes of this episode. If you want to continue the conversation, we can sit down for a private security review meeting, look at your specific situation, and you can schedule a meeting with us at bautisfinancial.com/call. That's all for today. Thanks for tuning into the Agent of Wealth. Stay savvy and stay safe. Don't forget to follow the Agent of Wealth on the platform you listen from and leave us a review of the show. We're currently accepting new clients, and if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one consultation with our advisors, please do so at bautisfinancial.com/call.
Thank you for listening to the Agent of Wealth podcast. Click the subscribe button below to be notified when new episodes become available. The information covered represents the views and opinions of the guests and does not necessarily represent the views or opinions of Bautis Financial. The content has been made available for informational and educational purposes only and is not intended to be a substitute for professional financial planning and investment advice. Always seek the advice of your financial advisor or other qualified financial service provider with any questions you may have regarding your investments and financial planning.